Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, and most importantly, welcome to my very first review of Batwoman. Well, specifically, Batwoman episode 10. Now, before you ask, why didn't you review the first 9 episodes? And look, I watched them. I did. And in all honesty, after I watched, after every episode that I watched, I just wanted to forget about it because it was so goddamn terrible that I genuinely can't believe this show actually got renewed for a second season. Why, why? Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, look, I honestly, I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit down and actually do a review of any of those episodes, especially week after week after week, when you just remember all of those horrible, horrible, horrible episodes. Well, and somehow this episode was worse, and you're asking me, and you're probably asking, well, wait, if this episode was worse, then why are you doing a review? I'm doing a review because I just I want to try. I want to try getting into into reviewing television, and I've been keeping up with these CW shows for years now. So I figured if I'm gonna review anything on television, then it might as well be this. And by the way, yes, I am going to be doing reviews of the other CW shows. So look for well, not all of them. I'm only going to be reviewing The Flash. I stopped watching Supergirl. I couldn't care less about Legends of Tomorrow. Uh, and the only reason I'm watching Flash is because I like the Flash. The Flash is my favorite superhero. And I keep watching the show, and I figured if I'm gonna watch these episodes, I might as well try and get something out of them. So, and hopefully my review is gonna stop other people from watching this shit. Again, I'm hoping. So with the intro out of the way, let's get into the actual episode. So the episode starts off with we're inside of a train, and all of a sudden the brakes on the train they don't work, and it's about to head into a collision course. Now let me just I need you to keep that in mind. The train is speeding up, and it's on its way to colliding with the station, and it could blow up. It could blow up, and it could kill people, right? Just keep that in mind. So Batwoman obviously is on her way, and how she stops the train was so fundamentally stupid. So what ends up happening is she shoots a grappling hook, a grappling wire, and one end hooks to the end of the train, and she shoots another one that hooks to the train track that's made out of wood that could snap off at any moment, and somehow, some way, it stops the train. And I'm just sitting there thinking, what the fuck are you doing? How does that make any goddamn sense? And it's just, it was it's so stupid, and the way it was shot was so bad that I honestly couldn't believe. Like, how did the people working on this show actually think that was okay? And that was just a sign of the stupidity that was to come into this episode. I just and just wait for it. That wasn't even the stupidest part. So after that, one of the just like I predicted, there's no the hook that's connected to the train track gets unhooked, and it's flying. It's about to hit Kate in the back of the head, possibly even either killing her or putting her into a coma. A security guard saves her, and of course, Kate treats this like a bad thing for some reason. And people take pictures of them on the while pictures of them. They post it online, and now people are, oh my god, people are shipping them. And I honestly couldn't believe this is happening. Like, oh my god, are you? Did you really sink this low? So apparently, there's this theme running around, or this running gag throughout the episode of her apparently being shipped with Captain America, because this joke was so bad. And they keep calling him Captain America because I don't know, he has the blonde hair and he's good looking, and it's just, oh my god, this is stupid. This is so fucking stupid. And anyway, she's of course pissed because oh my god, like I like oh my god, why don't they know I'm gay? I don't want to be. Ew, he has a penis. Ew. And it's just, and Luke, is it Luke or Lucas? I'm just gonna go with Lucas. He tells her, or he tries to explain to her that this is probably a good thing, because if people think that Batwoman is straight, then then there's less of a risk that people would suspect her, someone who people know is gay, to be Batwoman. And I'm thinking, okay, yes, this is a good point. This is actually a good point. Like uh, this could reduce the risk of people suspecting you to be Batwoman. So, and of course, I remember this is Batwoman. The writers working on the show have absolutely no have absolutely no sense. They can't think. So obviously they have Kate trying. It's obviously they try to make Lucas out to be the bad guy, because of course, because we can't have a man being right. We can't have a man being right and woman being wrong. We can't have that in 2020 anymore. And then what ends up happening is someone ends up hacking everybody's phones, and they let people know that they're the ones who hacked the train. They're the ones who nearly made it crash. And they said that if you do not, and they specifically used the word crowdfund me. Oh my god, this is more of an example as to why this episode or this show is not going to age well, because they use things that are only relevant to this time right now, and 10, 20 years from now none of this is going to be relevant, and people are just going to instantly forget the show because you use terms like crowdfunding or donate to this link. And it's just, none of this stuff is going to be relevant in about 10, 20 years. It's just, you're not even trying. Anyway, she says crowdfund me to get me out of Gotham. And it's just, and just wait, you're gonna find out the reason why. You're gonna find out the reason why. And it's so goddamn stupid that my head hurts just thinking about this. Anyway, Lucas again makes another point. He shuts off the computers in the Batcave, and he does that. He says he did that because we have to go dark, because otherwise, if he or she hacks into our system, then he or she finds out who you are. And again, he makes a good point. But of course, Kate being Kate can't be smart for like 2 fucking seconds, turns it on, risking exposure, just because she can't go out and do some actual detective work to find out who this person actually is. So anyway, we get these scenes with Mary, and apparently what she's trying to do is she's trying her best to get her father out of jail because he was framed for the murder of his mom. And again, why people would believe that for even a second, and it's just they're trying to rip off the plot point from the first season of The Flash, where the dad was accused of killing Barry's mom and the dad was sent to jail. And it's just, yeah, okay, you're doing this. Okay, sure. You're ripping off a plot from another one of your own shows. Sure, just more proof that you're lazy. And anyway, we get scenes of the dad in the jail. They're not important. None of them matter. It's not going to go anywhere. Mary is apparently trying to. She's trying to gather witnesses to testify in her father's hearing, to help prove that he was set up. But no doctor says the doctor that she had in mind says that she's crazy, she's seeing things. Of course, this makes no sense, because why wouldn't they? We have to drama by having characters carry the idiot ball, and that's the only way we can keep this show going, because we're not talented enough to keep this to write a story that makes logical sense, that doesn't have tension, that is only created because characters were being idiots and act. Anyway, moving forward, we get a scene with Alice, and oh my god, this scene. You know, throughout the entire first 9 episodes of Batwoman, there are so many moments where Alice is just out there in the open. She's just outside in the open in front of people, and for some reason, nobody is calling the police. Like, she's out there in the open, and I'm just asking, why are you out in the open? You are a wanted criminal. You are a wanted criminal. You are a fugitive, and you're just out there in broad daylight. And for some reason, nobody's calling the police. This is stupid. This is dumb. What's wrong with these people? Who's writing this? And anyway, Alice is apparently still trying to get Kate over to her side, and her whole reasoning is that Kate apparently doesn't want to be a hero. And you know what? I know, I agree with her. Kate's not a hero. She's a fucking villain. And anyway, Mouse is trying to get her to make sense. Mouse, in case you don't know, is her partner. So anyway, there was the whole backstory, yada yada. I don't want to relive that moment. It was so goddamn terrible. Anyway, Mouse is trying to tell her that, her plan isn't gonna work. Kate doesn't see things the way you do, and yada yada. Again, he's trying to talk sense into Alice, but Alice is crazy. And again, he should already know this, but for some reason, he's still whatever. Kate, oh god, let's see what else is going on here, and again, so Kate goes back to the Batcave, and Luke says that she's the one who's doing this, and Kate asks, "Why are you saying she?" And he says, "I was just about to get to that," and he apparently has the audio. The audio of her voice speaking. She's masked her voice, and he apparently oh god, what's the word? Anyway, he descrambled her voice to reveal like the actual voice, and it's revealed that it's a woman. And somehow Kate realized that by her voice that apparently she's young, like she's a teenager. And again, how she knows that, I don't know. And apparently somehow she says in the background, I need you to isolate this sound. And she says that it's a bell, like it's a school bell. So you're telling me that conveniently the moment she recorded that audio was when the school bell was ringing. And okay, wow, that is convenient as hell. And somehow that leads her to recognizing that, okay, oh god, this was stupid. So somehow by that logic, according to her, she says that that's the bell from her old school. How in the ever-loving fuck would you know that? Like, how is their school bell any different from the bell that they use, or the bell that any other school uses? How did you know it was this particular school? Not explained, never explained. It's just, no, this is it. We need to keep the plot moving forward. We can't have you thinking about shit, because if you think about shit, you'll start to realize that we're dumb and that we don't know what the fuck we're doing. This is why I never sat down to actually talk about this shit. This is so fucking stupid. Oh god, my head hurts. My god, my head hurts. And again, this is why I'm hoping that this review isn't going to make anyone watch this show, because please don't watch this. Spare yourself. Don't kill off whatever brain cells you have by watching this shit. So anyway, she goes over, and apparently somehow, again, conveniently, there's a dance, of course. And Batwoman just for some, oh god, no, actually wait a minute before we get into the scene, I gotta talk about this scene. Oh god, it was so horrible. So they tried to track her by tracking her IP address, but she rerouted her IP address to send them to another location where there are other hackers. Again, conveniently they're there. By the time Batwoman gets there, somehow the oh god, what are they called? The Ravens, the Hawks, what are they? Yeah, again, who cares? I don't know. I don't care. So the group that Sophie works for, somehow they're there, and we see this horrible, and I mean horrible, interrogation scene, and I don't know who the actress playing Sophie is. I don't know who she is. I've never seen her in anything else. So I can't tell whether or not she's a good or bad actress, and whether or not she's just being given terrible dialogue. And here's the thing, it's not even the dialogue. Her acting in this was dreadful. It was horrible. Like, she's trying to sound threatening, and she's going like, "Where are these server funds?" It was so bad. It's like she's trying to come off as like a bad, like she's trying to be Batman in an interrogation scene, and it's just, it was horrible. This woman cannot act. This woman cannot act. She is horrible, and she leaves. And there's this dialogue. There's this dialogue between her and Batwoman, and we find out that her husband left her, again off screen. They can't show us that because any heterosexual relationships are instantly bad. Ew, penis, get it away from me. Anything that depicts a heterosexual relationship cannot be shown on this show because we're full gay. We have to be full gay. We are for the gays. Fuck this show. Fuck this show. This show is so fucking terrible. Even gay people would be ashamed to know that, really, this is what we're getting. This is all you can give us. And we find out that her husband left, again off screen, and apparently their whole shtick is that apparently she says that he told her that she's lying to herself, that she, and I don't know. It's just, again, it's so obvious they're trying to get these two back together, and it's just, I predicted this from day one. From the first episode. Oh no, not even the first episode. I predicted this from the trailer for this fucking awful show. I predicted this from the trailer. These two are gonna get together by the end, and they're gonna probably season 2. Oh god, season 2. Season 2 is probably gonna give us some reason as to why they broke up off screen, just so they can do the whole will they or won't they thing again in the second season, because they can't do anything else. Anyway, moving on from that scene, Kate shows up at a dance where apparently at the school where apparently the hacker is, and she uses this thing where it shuts off any electrical devices within like a certain radius, and she uses that as an excuse, and yet she somehow, some way, she uses a device that shuts off any electrical device, and yet somehow the hacker's phone is conveniently the only one that works, because somehow her phone wasn't shut off, because of course. Anyway, the hacker runs into a bathroom. Kate follows her, and for some reason, instead of arresting her, instead of doing what anyone would do, any logical person would do, which is arrest her, send her to jail, but no, she just sits there, and we get another one of those scenes that just once again just pushes the identity politics, because that's all this show has. That's the only reason this show ever existed, was to just push more identity politics. Anyway, we get this scene where apparently she's trying to and apparently, oh god, are you ready for this? The reason why she did all of this, get this, just wait, is because her parents apparently found out that she was gay and disowned her. And they're doing this. They're doing this. They're actually doing this. And I was just, of course they are, because they're so unoriginal. They can't think of anything else. So apparently she used to date someone. They broke up, and as payback, her girlfriend outed her to her parents, and apparently the acting in this scene was so fucking terrible, and she goes on this tirade, this Tumblr post, where she goes on and on about her parents disowning her, and how they're in bed clutching pearls or clutching beads, praying that the devil would leave her, and how Batwoman doesn't understand, and how could you don't know what it's like to hate yourself, and oh my god, I need another reason not to kill myself. And I just, wow, you're You disrespectful fucks. You disrespectful fucks. And oh my god, this even says, like, it was the second I heard this line, this is when I knew the writers had to know about the backlash for this show. They had her say, like, people like me, the only validation we get is some character, being is in a character in a TV show we all like, and oh my god, oh god, you people can't write a good script to save your lives. You people cannot write a good script to save your lives. Anyway, she leaves. And again, she leaves. Why did Batwoman let her leave? She's a cyber terrorist. Arrest her. Send her to jail. She broke the law. What is wrong with you? And so she gets attacked by Alice, and oh my god, we get to this horrible fight scene. And I've heard some people say that some of the choreography in the other episodes, or the fight choreography, was at least halfway decent. I completely disagree. Every single fight scene in this series so far has been fucking god awful. It's been god awful since the beginning. It's never once been good. I don't know what the fuck they were smoking when they were watching this, but please send me some of it. Because whatever you smoke to make you think that any of the fight scenes in this show were good, give me some of it, because it has to be some really good shit. Anyway, somehow we get to a fight where Alice knocks her out, and all I'm thinking is, okay, so you're telling me that Alice is able to knock out Batwoman when we've seen Batwoman go up against men who are twice her size and take them out no problem. Okay, sure. Sure, whatever, sure. We can have her lose to a man, but losing to a woman? Oh, yeah. Yes, queen, yes. Yes, queen. So Alice kidnaps the hacker, and her plan is to basically out, and they specifically say the words out. She wants her to out Batwoman, because according to her logic, when that happens, that's gonna make Kate drop the whole hero thing and and join her. And I'm just thinking, you know what? Oh my god, you know what? I'm not even gonna try and explain. If you yourself cannot figure out for yourself how stupid the logic it was in that moment, then I'm sorry. There's no help for you. So Kate takes off the mask. The kid sees her, and she says, like, of course, she says, I drive by your place all the time, like, oh my god, and you're such an icon, you're such an inspiration. I drive by your place, I see the flag, and it just, oh my god, you're such a queen, you're so brave, you're so beautiful and brave, you're beautiful and brave. Anyway, Kate gives her the phone, and she sends a message out to everyone. And for some reason, Kate doesn't check she doesn't check the message. She just instantly believes her, sets her free, and she leaves. Kate uh, cuffs her to whatever, and the police show up. uh, Kate has Mouse blow up this bomb she had set up in the dance, and of course, no one dies because, of course, and the effects of the explosion were so. It was so terrible. It felt like something someone made on Windows effects. Like, do you know those effects programs that just come with your computer that you can just like experiment, just have fun with, or an effects app you can find on your phone. If it looked like one of those, if you saw the episode, you know what I'm talking about. It's just, and yeah, Kate pretty much outs herself as a lesbian, despite the fact, again, despite the risk to her identity. Again, she doesn't care because, of course, and the hacker just despite the fact, and oh god, I didn't even talk about this. I forgot about this. So her entire plan, apparently, when when Kate tries to reprimand her for the fact that she put people in danger, her entire justification was that she was on the train, and apparently her plan was to stop it before it ever collided with the station. And all I kept thinking is, wait a minute. So, and apparently how she did that was she put in a device in the the vents that lets her hack into the that let her hack into the train. And all I kept thinking is, wait a minute, how did you sneak this onto the train without anyone seeing you? And why did you leave it there? Like, why did you? You know what? Whatever. If you can't figure out how stupid that is for yourself, there's just no hope. There's just no hope for you. So, and again, Kate outs herself. Everyone knows she's a lesbian, and the hacker gets off scot free because, of course, because we can't have people face any consequences for their actions. Alice is in jail, and this is gonna go nowhere because I know these people. I know these writers. They're gonna be stupid. Oh, are you ready for the cliffhanger? Beth is somehow there. Beth is somehow alive. She shows up at Kate's office, which is actually Bruce Wayne's office, which she just appropriated because, of course. And the whole cliffhanger is that somehow it's Beth. And now I'm guessing this has something to do with the crossover. Although, how can there be two Beths? Because, you know what? I don't. Anyway, that's it. The episode's over. And you know what? I just. This. All this. As I'm recording this, it reminded me why I never wanted to review this show in the first place. Why? Anyway, whatever. That's the episode. It's bad. Of course, it's bad. I don't know why anyone expected anything else. That's gonna be it. And look, I don't know if I'm gonna do a review of episode 11 because this I'm. If you really want a review of episode 11, let me know in the comment section down below. But if you don't, it's fine. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I'll see you all soon.